Okay, as promised, here is the video of the 1978 F100. We're going to go through the entire truck while battling these bugs and trying to do this before it gets really hot. So, to start off with, when I quote prices for like the bed or the cab or whatever, that does not include every little bit that might be on the bed. For instance, molding, lenses, things like that will not be included in the price. That will be additional. If somebody called me or messaged me and wants a door, of course, that's not going to be complete either. It's going to be in what level of completion you want it. You want the door panel? Do you want the glass? Do you want the window crank? I mean, it's kind of up to you on how much you want it. But if you just send me a message and say, how much for the door? I want to give you a price on the door shell. If you send me a message wanting to know the price of a complete door, then that's what you'll get, just as it is. Some people will assume that you give them a price on the door. That includes the cab because it's attached. No. If it unbolts, normally it's a different part. If you call a part store and ask for a quote, had a friend of mine the other day did the same thing. We pull apart, call up there, want to know how much the engine was. They gave him a price. He goes up there, pulls the engine, rolls it out front. They charge him for the manifolds. They charge him for the intake. They charged him for the fuel injector throttle body. They charged him for the brackets, the pulleys, the everything. So his $250 quote on the engine ended up being $800. So keep that in mind. When you ask for a price, be specific on how complete you want the price. Then we'll start off with the wheels. Wheels are in good shape. They do have the beauty rings. I've looked at these things on eBay and several other places, and they're going for quite high. I do have some center caps, but prefer not to get rid of them because I have several of these trucks and 80s models and 90s models that I've restored, Broncos and stuff. So I like to keep all that kind of stuff around because that's what I got on them. So we'll start off with the bed. The bare bed, no tailgate included, $800 if you want the bed. Now the inside the bed is in pretty good shape. On the inside the bed we only have this spot here. The rest of the bed is solid. Inside's fine, no dents, dings. I mean, for a 40-some-year-old bed, that's pretty good. On the outside of the bed, of course down here, very popular place for this whole thing to be rusted out. As you can see, it's all pretty firm except for one little hole there. Same thing as the fender well, another problem area. All of it's firm except for this one little area here. That piece along the very bottom is fine. Headache panel at the front is what I call it. That's fine. The corners are fine. As you can see, everything's fine. There's no dents in the bed. This will be a very easy bed to repair. Going on to the right side. Same thing. Solid here. Very back. Rusted out. Right underneath here, where the indentation is, the ones that came with the molding, that was a problem area. Got a little rust hole there. Other than that, that's all the rust on the bed. This through. This is not through, still solid. So the lower corner and above, or actually below, the trim molding right there. Now this truck does have all that molding on it, except for this one little piece. It still may be in the truck somewhere. I hadn't really combed through the truck real good. But that's the only piece that's missing, and the rest of it is in pretty remarkable condition. This fender, why it looks different, I don't know. It is solid, no rust anywhere, no rust holes. Probably sell the fenders for $150 each. The doors, just the bland doors, I'm figuring $250 each. We'll start with the passenger side. Down here, solid. No rust along here. Solid, solid, solid. No dents, no dings. Maybe I won't get eaten up by a wasp. On the inside, that lower corner right there, that's all you got. The rest of the door is straight and in good condition. So $250 each on the doors. That's including the glass, but no door panels. I'll include the handles and all that kind of stuff. And you look all this stuff up, it's pretty expensive. I've done it. I've been messing with these trucks since the early 80s. So I've got pretty good, vast knowledge about what parts go for on these things because I bought a bunch of them. All the front up here looks good. Top of the cab is good. The hood has little pinholes in it, but no dents. That's kind of what amazed me about this old truck. Hardly got any dents. Engine and transmission, I'm keeping. I had actually acquired this truck mainly for that. I have a 69 I want it to go into. So I'll be keeping the engine and transmission for sure. Probably keep the radiator and the condenser, as I want to try to put air conditioner in that 69. But I mean, look at this here. This is the washer tank. So unless somebody's changed that, that's pretty amazing. That thing's in that kind of condition. All right, so going on to the grill. This is a Ford factory grill, OE grill. This is not a reproduction. If you want the entire grill assembly, lights, buckets, trim, grill insert, all that stuff, $600. Front bumper needs to be re-chromed, but it is not dented. $125. The hood underneath here looks pretty solid. The very front, we've got, looks like some rust there and some rust there. Same on the other side. And I did notice out here, it's rusted there. It's solid except for where it just broke through at. Right there, right there, right there, right there, right there. Anyway, it's not very bad. I mean, again, 40-some-year-old vehicle. So let's say $125 on the hood. As you can buy these repair panels, or since this is in the flat area, I mean, you can replace that with any kind of metal off of any. You can go out there and cut a piece out of a rear car quarter and stick in there, and that's fine. This fender here looks good as well. No rust on the bottom of it. Trim panel looks good. The F100 Ranger emblems aren't broken or anything. Going on to the inside, steering column, $300. It's automatic steering column. It does work. Tube's good, shift tube's good. Turn signals work. Yeah, I think $300 on that. The seat, if you want an original seat that actually has good foam, this needs to be recovered. $100. Cab, depends on what level of completion you want it. But if you want the cab, I'd say for a bare cab, $400. The only thing I've noticed about the cab, it looked like somebody has done a repair down here and didn't finish it. As you can see, this is kind of hanging out a little bit. Anything you want to make an offer on, even the stuff that I put prices on, feel free to do so, because if I don't see where this thing's gonna be parted out at least 50%, I may still fix the truck. I don't like this body style. It's not my favorite body style. I typically do the 67, 72s. I do the 80s to 86. And I do the 92s to 96 or 7 if it's a 250, 350. All right, moving right along to the tailgate. Tailgate is in pretty great condition. Has one little spot right there. Tailgate as is with this one, which I know that's not original, but with the original trim, handle, hardware, all that stuff, $600. Rear back bumper, I believe that is a Ford bumper back in that day. I will take $250 for the bumper. Now, anything I didn't mention, again, feel free to ask for a price or condition. I am just mainly trying to give y'all a good visual of the truck's condition. If y'all want to send an offer on stuff I've priced, then feel free to do that. Sorry, I got hiccups. I may negotiate a little bit on this stuff. But like I say, the grill, that's the best one I've ever seen on a truck this old. I'm trying to get as much camera coverage on this thing as I can get. Let me zoom out a little bit so you can see better what's going on, get the whole picture. But anyhow, that's what we have there. And I can't stress enough, when you're wanting to know the price of something, be specific. Don't say door. Say complete door. Door with glass. Door with handles, glass, hardware. It helps out a lot. Keep from having a misunderstanding. None of this stuff here goes. Floorboard in the truck. It's solid. It's got surface rust, but it has no holes in the floorboard. Cab corners down here look good. All that looks good. Back glass looks good. If you want an original back glass, booyah, there you go. And that's one that's easy to take out. You just take the little ribbon out the center, and it's fairly easy to get out of there. Another look at the inside of the bed. I mean, if you're not looking to restore the truck to original state, then definitely cheaper to go buy reproduction parts. You're not going to buy 40-year-old parts in good condition and pay repop prices. It's just not going to happen. I bought some reproduction fenders one time for '86 Bronco, and that was miserable. That thing, I think a beer can was stronger than it was. So I took it off, went and got an original fender. Let's go back to this other side and look at the cab corner on the inside, because like I said, somebody's done work down here. Not quite sure what that's about, but it looks pretty good on the inside. See, there's no holes in the floorboard. Glove box door looks good. The bezel looks good. The gauges actually look good. They're not faded or dingy yellow or nothing. Headlight switch works. Wiper switch works. Just all around for 40-some years old. Pretty good truck. Alright folks, anything you're interested in, hit me up. Let me know. I will be glad to work with you on some prices or not, doesn't matter. I've got about 9 trucks back there. I've got a couple of them that I've already parted out to nothing but pieces of the frame left. I got some of them that only had the frame left, it's just some brackets left. So I've done this many times. So feel free to contact me, and we'll talk to you soon.